Hello students, good evening to all of you. Today I am with you again once more. Today I will teach you the very important poem Keeping Quiet, that is written by Pablo Neruda. Firstly, I want to give you introduction about keeping quiet. Student, as you know that there are so many harassments, so many difficulties, and people are in very rush moment, and nobody has time to think about himself or herself because everybody wants to achieve their goals or their achievements or their success in their life in very fast way. That's why it's a very compulsory moment or necessity for the introspection. This poem gives us just an idea that the poet Pablo Neruda gives the importance on this point that every human beings must think about him themselves about their achievement, what they are doing wrong, what they are doing right, because continuously we are doing lots of things. They consist of bad things, they consist of wrong things also. So Pablo Neruda just makes appeal to all the human beings that whatever you are doing, just you have to keep quiet for a single moment, right? For a 12 minute, 12 second, 12 hours, whatever means for a single moment you have to keep quiet. For what? What is the use of that? Because if you will be keep quiet after doing lots of work for a single moment, then this will give you lots of peace of your mind. This will give you lots of quietness, lots of calm, and a quiet introspection. That means this will give you time for quiet introspection, and as well as this will create a feeling of mutual understanding among the human being, right? So the purpose of Pablo Neruda is that to create a feeling of mutual understanding, or you can say peace among the human beings, is the main central idea of this poem, right? So as you know that Pablo Neruda is the pen name of Nefali Ricardo Reis Buchalato, right? As I have mentioned that Pablo Neruda was born in 1904 and died in 1973, and he was born in Parel in Chile, right? Or he also got the Nobel Prize for Literature in 1971, right? So he composed lots of poems, or among one among those of them, Keeping Quiet is one of the important poem, right? Or this just I have said to you, this poem gives you the idea of quiet introspection and a feeling of mutual understanding, right? So student, just we have to start the poem, or don't forget to share this video and like and also make the comment, or must subscribe this video a lot, because for continuously getting the video you have to subscribe. Now just we have to start the keeping quiet poem. Okay, now we will count to 12 and we will all keep still. For once on the face of earth, let's not to speak in any language. And the last line of this stanza would look at his hurt hands. Okay, students. So I will explain the summary, or you can say the brief idea of this paragraph. Right. The first line is that now we will count to 12 and we will all keep still. In the first two lines, the Pablo Neruda makes an appeal to all the human beings that just we have to keep quiet for 12 and we have to count 1 to 12. I think the poet just indicates the 12 hours of a clock, or it may be 12 months of the year. That's why he is requesting about counting of 12. Or what will happen by doing so if we will be very quiet and still. So this will give us lots of calm, lots of peace of our mind. This will give lots of happiness of our mind. For once on the face of earth, let's not speak any language. This is the second line. Right? What is the meaning of this line? That means on the face of earth, let's not to speak any language, because as we know that there are so many languages are spoken in all over the world, right? Or it is very difficult task for understand others language also. So Pablo Neruda makes a request that for the unity of mankind, for introspection of mankind, just we have to keep quiet for 1 second and don't we have to utter a single language that what we spoke in our regional languages. Let's stop for 1 second and not move our arms so much. What is the explanation of these two lines? These two lines mean that let's stop for 1 second. Means Pablo Neruda makes an appeal that just you have to stop for 1 second whatever you are doing. Not move our arms so much. Means we are doing very fast different kinds of work in our day-to-day life. That means machines are going on, right? We are very busy with our household works or office works or any kind of works. So he makes an appeal that we have to stop for 1 second or we have to count just 1 to 12 in our mind. It would be an exotic moment without rush, without engines. We would all be together in a sudden strangeness, right? This is the benefit that if you will be keep quiet for a single moment, then this will be the exotic moment. That means this will be the very strange moment for your mind, because that time will be without rush, without hue and cry, and without engines. That means there would be no any running of machines or industries, or you will be keep quiet. We would all be together in a sudden strangeness, right? If we do so, that means we will be in a strangeness moment, right? Very strange moment, very peculiar moment, you can say. He also requests in the next line that fishermen in the cold sea would not harm whales, and man gathering salt would lack at his hurt hands. The poet also requests that the people, those who are catching the innocent fish in the sea as well as in the rivers, or that means they are trying to kill the innocent animals, right? They are busy in their work. So he also requests that don't you have to catch the fish for a single moment, right? As the people, those who are gathering the salt near the sea, near the oceans, and their their hands are also get hurt, right? Or they are feeling pain. So poet request us that just we have to stop for a moment and we don't have to do any kind of such an activity as catching the fish or gathering the salt. By doing so, that means we will feel an exotic moment, or you can say our mind will go into a moment of strangeness. Okay, student. Now we will move towards the second stanza. I am going to explain from the those who prepare green wash with gas, wash with fire, up to end of threatening ourselves with death. Right? Those who prepare green wash with gas, wash with fire, victory with no survivors. There is very important word here, green wash. What do you mean by green wash? That means the people who are going to exploit the beauty of the nature, who are involved in deforestation, who are cutting the lots of trees very recklessly, right? Or the people who are preparing for a very silent war, right? That means who wants to get the victory on killing the mass of the people, right? Or the people who believes in the destruction of the world. So according to poet, there is no such type of victory, or that should be praiseworthy, right? Where there is no survivors. Their their target is because killing of most of humankind, that means to be dangerous for humankind. So he requests that don't we have to do such a kind of work. Would put on clean clothes and walk out without their brothers in the shade doing nothing. And he said that कि we are busy in such an activity, all the human beings are busy in such an activity to exploit the nature of killing of the innocent people, right? So he also makes an appeal, he requests a strong desire, he expresses that um, all the people please put on clean clothes. That means we have to meet with others people in very friendly manner, right, or with fresh of mind, and we have to forget all kind of enmities. We have to forget our enemies, and we have to meet with our friends, with our colleagues, or with all the human beings which are from different languages, different religions, right? Or this will create a sense of brotherhood, a sense of fraternity among the humankind, and don't we have to do such kind of a work. What I want shouldn't be confused with total inactivity. Life is what it is about. I want to no truck with death. What is the explanation? The explanation is that ki, the poet does not want from you that you should be very total in activity, right? He is only requesting all of us that we have to stop our work for a single moment, for 12 seconds, for a short moment. That means don't we have to leave whatever we are doing forever. That means we have to only stop for our work for a short moment, for self-realization, for self-introspection. Life is what it is about. Because if we will be total inactive, that means the meaning of life will be useless. Because we know that the meaning of life is only when we are active. So the poet don't want to be total inactive, or there is no connection with the day, that you have to stop all the thing and go to the mouth of day. This is not the idea of the poet. If we were not so single minded about keeping our lives moving and for once could do nothing, perhaps a huge silence might interrupt this sadness of never understanding ourselves and threatening of ourselves with death. Right? That means all the people are very single minded person, they are very selfish. All the human beings from different parts of the world. This is the nature of the human beings, that they are selfish, right? They are doing their work. They don't have any trouble with other people, right? Or all the people are busy in their work in this fast world, right? So for a single moment we have to stop, and we don't have to do anything, or if you do so, that means this huge silence will will swipe away all the sadness from your mind. That means this will give you lots of peace of your mind, right? Because all the people, those who are doing the work, they are involved in good action or bad action. They always have keep in mind that I have just a fear of death. Everybody knows about that. He has a lot fear of death, right? So if you do so, that means there would be no any kind of understanding of your mind. You will get lots of happiness and peace of mind. There is very important and last paragraph. Perhaps the earth can teach us as when everything seems dead and later proves to be alive. At the last paragraph, the Pablo Neruda also requests us that just you have to take a lesson from the earth. Lesson from the earth means lesson from the nature. That means there are so many examples in the nature that in the summer season all the plants leave their leaves, or there is no life, there is no leaves on the tree, or just we see that they are they are without trees, right? There is no life. But when the spring season comes, when the rainy season comes, that means green leaves just on those trees, right? So we can just get a lesson that if we if we count from 1 to 12, or this is our practical life, that when we feel there is no life, that means all things is dead. But this will be rearranged, this will be a rework of anything, rework of our thoughts, rework of our energy, you can say, right? That means we will get lots of energy for doing next work if we will be quiet, right? And the last two line, now I will count up to 12 and you keep quiet and I will go. In the last two line, Pablo Neruda, right, gives the decision on the readers that now I am going, or this was my appeal to all of you, that now this is your decision what you are going to do, right? Or this is the last appeal for all of you, that you have to be very keep quiet for introspection, for your introspection of your life and a mutual understanding, for the brotherhood, for the peace of the world, because the moment is not suitable for the mankind, whatever action we are involved, right? That is very dangerous in this universalization of the world, right? Okay, students, so this was the explanation of entire the chapter. I hope so you all will be satisfied with my explanation, and don't forget to subscribe the channel and share the channel. Please make comment, or please share more and more with your friends. Okay, thank you very much. I will meet you in next video. Okay, bye.